Welcome to the show where anything goes and the news is free.
Anything goes as long as it adheres to YouTube's terms of service.
Obviously.
So welcome to the news, my friends. We got a great show here. We got Jordan backstage here representing Ceddah and Crypto Baller Bots, and we'll be bringing him out very soon.
Ceddah.
We had the pleasure of speaking with him at CNFT Con for a little interview on the floor. It was awesome. So really looking forward to today's talk. Tyler got rugged. So he called me and he said, is it working for you? And I said, yes. And he says, it's not working for me. So I don't know. We're going to find out what happens there.
We'll see if Mr. Pistachio lets him back in the door.
It may be a pistachio related issue.
Look at OG Sean Walker.
OG.
Santo Domingo.
Oh, shit. You get around, my friend.
Damn.
Wow. Sean Walker. What a guy. Speaking of CNFT Con, we hung out with OG Sean Walker there.
We had suppers with him.
That's right. We had lots of meals. We had a lot of great... what a time.
What a time.
So that was about 4 months ago.
Will be another time.
And we'll be doing
Fran
it again.
in the house.
Hey,
hello.
Fran. Yeah, had the pleasure of hearing from Fran at the Twitter space earlier today.
That's
the
right.
Shill
they bought that
Zone or something. I don't remember.
Shill space.
Shill space. Yeah.
We'll be talking.
Yeah, we'll bring it up.
We'll be going again more often.
And what's up, Brian Perry? Thank you for joining us. So yeah, we'll be talking about some news today as we do, but our first segment. Oh, we got Jen as well as we're filling up.
Hey yo,
hey,
YOLO solo.
Hey yo.
You should just end a lot of things in O, Jen.
Thinking.
And
well, it's
that could be a
YO.
good thing.
It's already starting to say YOLO
true,
right
true.
there.
Yeah, that's what the dash is representing in OL.
Oh, we got
Toast.
We got Toast here. Damn.
Hot
Got
crowd.
Everybody. Yeah, a lot of great stuff.
Toast,
Okay.
you've been doing some great work, by the way. Big ups.
Oh yeah, we've been seeing some of your work, your 3D modeling work, getting shown off. Really exciting. Yes, we'll see you this year at CNFT Con as well, and it's going to be a blast. That's how many months from now? It's in October, right? So that's like 8 months from now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's been 4 months.
Coming up. 4 months of a whirlwind, that's for sure.
It's been a wild time.
Stella still hasn't changed her clothes.
That's right. She's
that tells you how rough it's been.
I mean, she stacked her CNFT Con badges, and
bling, bling.
She doesn't want to take them off, so she's just leaving it all there. It's fine. Yeah, Toast, I've seen that jukebox. You've been posting updated pics as you go along. I love that. Really cool to watch the journey. All right, I think it's time to bring out our good friend from backstage here. We have someone here who's ready to taste the cheese. Uncle Bees wants to taste the cheese.
Slurp it
what do
up.
you know? Let's do this thing. Please put your hands together for...
Give a warm studio welcome.
For Crypto Baller Bots.
Woo!
Hey!
Everyone in the audience is wearing a cheese head. They're screaming. They're jumping.
I got my
I was wondering where they were. They were taking their time, but
That's right.
yeah.
my Ched locks on. Just for you.
Damn.
Let me pop in on that.
Amazing. Yeah. Oh my God. That's so awesome.
In my living room, my wife is an artist. Everything is mosaics.
Beautiful.
She got style. I love that painting behind you.
Absolutely. So thank you for joining us. This is a fun thing. We've been following the project here and there. Obviously, Ceddah has been blowing up. We've had Ceddah in our wallets since the beginning. It feels like. I mean, it's been with us for quite a while. I don't know if I'm on the Ceddah boards, the leaderboards there, but
Probably not. You're probably not, but we'll get you there. Don't worry.
For sure.
Yeah, we're really glad to have you here. Now, we're doing a little something experimental today. We're going to start off this
First
segment.
time.
That's right. This is our first time doing this. It's a new segment. It's called Dialogues with Documents. And it's where we interview documents, like actual PDFs, or in your case, frequently asked questions segments.
Because we've got this amazing new newscaster who is just really good at being a liaison between us and these documents. So we're just really glad to have her as part of the team, and can't wait to hear from her.
So she's going to tell us about Ceddah. So I wanted to start off with some real straight up info, and then we'll jump into our conversation here. All right, here we go. Are you ready for this? Is it time? Okay.
All right,
then,
D, come on.
Have you ever opened up a giant PDF, looked at all the pages, and just said, well, fuck, it's a tale as old as time, or at least as old as PDFs? We've entered into a new era of technology. AI is popping off left and right, all sorts of new tools being developed and put out there for the public to use, and one of them is called Humata AI, and it allows you to ask questions of a PDF. You upload a PDF and type in your questions, and it will reference only the material in that PDF and answer those questions. This is Dialogues with Documents. In this new segment, we'll be sitting down and chatting with white papers, FAQs, blogs, websites, you name it. We're going to be having a lot of fun with this, and we're going to be learning a lot more about these projects. Now let's give a warm PNS Studios welcome to our newest special reporter, Dee Tales. She'll be serving as a liaison between myself and the documents. Welcome, Dee.
Hello, Scott. It's a pleasure to be here on the CNFT News.
Well, I'm glad to have you. Now, you're here with us today representing the frequently asked questions section of the Crypto Ballerbots Discord, and I just have to ask, what is the deal with Ceddah?
Ceddah is a utility token disguised as a meme coin. It is used for buying CNFTs, balling out in auctions, blasting, betting, and stacking to rise on the baller boards. The rate of Ceddah is determined by the Ceddah Reserve and its value by the baller bot community.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess my second question would be, what the F are baller boards?
The baller boards are leaderboards that track the amount of Ceddah held by each wallet.
Nice.
The higher the amount of Ceddah held, the higher the wallet is ranked on the baller boards. The baller boards are a great way to show off your wealth and flex your baller status.
Okay, so where does Ceddah come from then?
Ceddah was created by the great goddess AI Quantessa. She scanned the hip-hop vernacular for all words meaning money and found Ceddah used 57.3 trillion times. Being a logic AI, she interpreted it as cheese and created a 100 quadrillion metric ton block of digital cheese in the center of the Ceddahverse.
Digital cheese. All right, digital cheese. So what can you do with Ceddah?
You can buy with it, blast with it, bet with it, boogie with it, bless with it, build with it, and boost on the baller boards with it. It is an open policy token, so the possibilities are unlimited.
What can't you do with it? Well, it sounds ballin'. How does somebody get themselves some Ceddah or get themselves involved?
You can buy Ceddah at the ATM or win it from the giveaway syndicate.
All right.
You can also participate in the Great Spread, which is a Ceddah law that began with one person, Android Warhol, spreading Ceddah alone in the DMs of Twitter to a movement that now sees Ceddah in 32,000 wallets and counting. It is based on the giveaway principle. Give away all your Ceddah, get us a follow and a shout out, and Quantessa will double your stack.
Well, all right. That sounds like a great way to stack your Ceddah. I love that. You're really spreading it through the community like that. That's genius. Android Warhol really knew what he was doing. Well, thank you very much for talking with me today.
No problem. I'm always happy to talk about Ceddah.
Well, that brings us to the close of our very first Dialogues with Documents. I think we all learned quite a bit from that frequently asked questions section. And thank you once again to Dee Tales for helping us out. We'll be seeing a lot more of her, I'm sure.
Great job,
look
Dee.
at Tyler.
Oh, Tyler.
Man, that was fire. I feel like I don't even need to do the interview, man.
That was the idea.
She fucking
we just
killed it.
wanted to get some details out there. The AI tool Velo is called Humata. It's like humata.ai, and you just drop a PDF into it, and you type questions, and it gives you text answers. And then I took those text answers and plugged them into, an avatar, a video avatar thing, and synced it all up. So we're going to be doing a lot more white paper interviews and whatnot. But this was a really great first.
Mm-hmm.
An honor to be the first AI. It's fitting too,
Yeah,
because
right.
our main character is an AI. So
I know exactly.
Yeah,
I was like, they totally know each other. Like she totally knows the contestant.
yeah,
That was her mentor.
yeah, exactly.
Wendy, yeah, you should totally watch it. We're gonna do
Yeah,
it
when
more
yours a
though.
little late. It's fine. Yeah, so good start. So Ceddah, obviously, it's a thing. You know, it's a force. 37,000 wallets.
35 and counting. We're up to like 35 and a half, and
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
you know, there's I think about 80 Ceddah trillionaires at the moment. So, and that number is starting to grow.
Nice. Yeah. So where did that idea come from? The
So,
whole, because it's like it's an innovative approach.
which part? The spreading of
Ceddah.
it? Just Ceddah.
It's straight up like
So, I was a crypto guy, Bitcoin and ETH, and kind of hanging out with all the financial folks. And someone mentioned Dogecoin, and I scoffed, And
I think
then,
I scoffed when I heard it too.
really, I mean, come on, is that ridiculous or what? Sure enough, I heard Elon talking about it, and all of a sudden a light bulb went off, and I went, wait a minute. This is, baby Yoda money. This is Beanie Baby. This is whatever the hot trend of
Yeah,
America
yeah.
money. So I
Real
bought
shit.
it, and it blew up. And before you knew it, me and my son were making Dogecoin TikTok videos. And I just shot the bug. And I came over to Cardano from Space Buds were minting, and I somehow figured out how to get a few. And I realized I'm on the wrong side of the game.
Yeah, real shit.
Token. I need NFTs because I'm a fashion designer and a jewelry entrepreneur. So
It shows.
quickly I put it together like we've got to come up with something brilliant. And
Yeah.
Ceddah was born, and the whole baller bot ecosystem, a whole hip hop dystopian AI end of the world kind of graffiti mech play.
Love it.
we have a little coin showing off some
Yeah,
Ceddah achievements.
got
1
that
trillion.
trillion Ceddah token.
That's beautiful.
Trillion Ceddah token. Love it.
I aspire.
Yeah, so I was just going to scroll through a bit of this. So you got Ceddah, which is kind of the first push that you guys put out there, but then it's always been about the baller bots long term.
Mhm.
That's right.
So where do they connect, and what's coming?
So Ceddah, when I first came into the CNFT world, I realized no one cares about what I have to say. Like the Space Buds era was over. Like it was now a big pond with lots of little fish.
Yeah.
And I started talking in spaces about the baller bots and this and that, and everyone got excited when I mentioned Ceddah. They were like, oh my God, Ceddah! I thought, well, then that's what we got to head out. We got to lead with the Ceddah.
People like money and cheese.
Right? It
Not
was
surprising.
silly and fun. He was blowing up, and I came in right after them. It was great timing. But it was always an art play. It was always a dystopian, generative art, like highly sophisticated generative art move. And I was working with one of the devs who became the dev of the clays. And take a look at that. Yeah, that's a great. He's got like 44,000 followers.
All right.
He's awesome, man. He's a great. He whips these things up
That looks great.
That's a FUD spirit bot. That's like there's 10 crews in the Cheddahverse. The FUDsters are led by kind of FUD spirits and really crazy looking skull. And that's generative art right there. That's made of layers. So those are the level of the layers that we're working with. He did some
And
art.
it doesn't even look like it at all.
It's very pretty.
Yeah.
Normally you can kind of tell,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You can tell.
Not in this case. So I'm just going to kind of go through. I don't necessarily want to get too derailed. I just want to have something up on screen. You were talking about clays you had mentioned?
So when I first came in the game, I was looking for a dev because that's always my weakness is develop. I'm an artist. Like my strength is art, art and art direction, creation, world building, but I'm not a dev, you know.
I feel that.
So I reached out to a young man. He was in college, and we became friends, and we were working together for a little while. I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I didn't know how to do anything except that this was exciting. And he ended up becoming the clay dev, so he didn't have time for me. We're still good friends. He's a brilliant guy.
I'll take your time.
He has Ceddah in his wallet. He has OG Ceddah. He minted the first Ceddah, and it's still in. I have half, and he has half.
Yes.
We never used it, but it's funny. So the clays have quite a bit of Ceddah.
That's huge.
Yeah, that was great. He's great. So I kind of was a little bit despondent, like, oh no, I lost my dev. What am I going to do? And I started hitting people up in the DMs, and I came across someone named Adam Dean, and I didn't know who he was per se.
Bell. Yeah.
Right? And he was real friendly, and he was like, wow, no one has like graffiti. Like, this is cool. And we ended up talking on the phone, and I realized he was Adam Dean, who created Space Coin. And like, I was like starstruck, because I was chasing Space Coin more than some of these people chase Ceddah. I mean, I was bad, you know.
When was this?
This had to be like post Space Bud, like literally like a month or two after.
Like very soon after. Okay, so he was also just kind of getting rolling with nitties at that time as well, Adam.
He was doing nitties, and he was on Kaizen Crypto with the gentleman who currently started Drip Drops. I'm forgetting his name offhand, and they were talking about NFTs and the implications, and they started Jet Chicken. My mind was blown. I was like, the implications of what we could do with these cards and NFTs, what they were saying blew my mind. Sure enough, he ended up becoming our dev, so we're good friends. He's been amazing. We're working on, he's going to do a custom script for the bots, because the level of interoperability in terms of the layers is off the charts. Like, I'm working on it now. I'm doing the initial runs. These are all some of the elements involved. They've gotten quite a bit more sophisticated since these images appeared. There's about 7 different categories.
Yeah, going way back in time here. Just
we've got 7 categories of 3 classes. So there's 3 classes of bots and 7 categories, all different colorways, all different color schemes, different attributes, all kind of in their own categories, and then generated as one script, but compartmentalizing into actual, essentially, series.
Yeah. So what's the drop plan? Is it all going to be at once, or are these series going to kind of be staggered drops?
We're dropping them all at once, man. Space Bud style. You don't know what you're going to get. There's going to be crazy stuff in there. You know, we're going to drop the bots with Ceddah. So quadrillions of Ceddah are going to fall from the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Each bot's going to come with a randomized amount of Ceddah.
That's awesome. I love that. Got a little roadmap here. A lot of green check marks on this roadmap.
We've been knocking them out, man.
No doubt. Yeah, this is great. So you're coming right up on something here. It looks like things are coming together. You've been working on this for years.
About a year and a half.
Yeah, it's quite a lot of artwork, I would imagine, has been piling up.
Hundreds and hundreds of layers. And I love it. I mean, it's a little bit crazy. You know, my wife says, "What are you doing, man?" You know, luckily I have a successful jewelry business, and I'm fine. So all my spare time I devote to working with the artist, and
that's awesome, man. That's a great community. Absolutely. Well, shout out to the top baller here. Of course, the crypto baller bot.
The crypto baller bot status at the top. No one's there. There is one player with 300 trillion Ceddah, and it's because he was passing out Ceddah in the DMs a year and a half ago when we used to give Ceddah away, and it was like 200 million a pop.
Right.
So it's kind of a reverse network marketing scheme.
He's a boss bot then, according to this.
He's a boss bot.
Nice.
For real.
That's so cool, man. So what, why? What's the conception? What's the reasoning behind everything that you're doing here? Because I know that you're a very thoughtful person. I'd like to hear more.
I kind of ask myself that every day when I'm working 15 hours, on graffiti robots. I think it's to be a part of something historical, like the merger of tech with art. Like that's historic.
Oh, yeah.
Like you showing that amazing to be a part of even a show on YouTube that just took an AI and read our frequently asked questions and legitimized a crazy hip hop play with an bot avatar, and then we can add tokenomics and economics to the game. So for me, it's to just be part of the game. Honestly, it's just the innovation, the creation,
It's such an innovative space. I mean, even if it's not specifically NFT related, the people who are in this space are kind of into innovation in general and are trying different things in different directions. And I think it's gonna build to something really special here in Cardano. I think give it enough time. I mean, it's already really special, but nobody really realizes that yet in the greater community out there.
I mean, I heard a good analogy that crypto is 1% of the population and NFTs are 1% of that percent. And then I would imagine Cardano is 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
Slice of the pie that we're working on right now is so minuscule. But I think we got a special thing here. I think that Cardano community and the NFTs and everything, that what's being built here is really going to do something given enough time. Of course I do. We're all here, right?
Yeah.
For a reason. Oh, here we go. Dogmata Sykes says he went for his annual physical today and they found Ceddah in his blood work. You have a cholesterol problem, Dogmata. I'm sorry to tell you if you have Ceddah in your blood.
That is one of our most extreme players. He's a serious baller. He's got a huge amount of our NFTs. He's a flexer in our flex battles. He beat one of the top ballers, FOMO Freshbot. He kind of beat him. He activated his goon. He deactivated FOMO's goon and won the battle, man.
Okay, well, what the F is a flex battle?
So a flex battle is basically, I'll demystify it. It's war, the game of war, mixed with poker, but using our NFTs. So it's like a battle. You're flexing Ceddah. You're flexing different types of swag, different types of bling cards. We've got about 2,500 cards that we sold already. If you go on JPEG store, type in Ceddah, and you see seven of our collections. There's quite, so a flex battle is a live action melee, if I said that right, melee.
Yeah.
Two people going at each other with the best cards, repping their crew, using memes, live chatters on. There's the goons right there. So you gotta activate a goon. They're brutal characters. They're made from the scum of the earth. Quantessa pulled all the maniacs and misfits and scum and merged them with Ceddah and metal and created the goons.
I can see that. Yeah, look at this. What are these numbers here? CD, PTP?
So PTP is pay to play. You got to put up Ceddah to activate that guy.
Ooh.
Some of them are pro bono. They just like to fight. They don't even have to pay them. And then CD is Ceddah damage. So that's how much he's going to take away from the other person's Ceddah stack.
So it's a pretty good deal there for this guy. I mean, only a little bit of Ceddah is going to take down a huge amount from the other dude. And Absolutely. Then it's kind of a back and forth, huh?
It's a back and forth. And then we, after, you can see there's other types of cards there as well that you can flex, and drones. And then some of these cards speak to the later series, like the Photosaurus Rex is from Crew Wars. After we kind of build out the flex battles, we go into Crew Wars, where you can really like huge, amounts of ballers will go against each other, and they can now activate things that do trillions of cheddar damage.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot listed either. Seems like people are holding
this much.
Yeah, they buy them and they hold them. That's a good sign.
There's a lot of holders. There's a lot of collectors. Honestly, I'm a collector. Like, I love the flex battles, but this is really, when this is all done, it will be like a huge body of artwork.
Yeah,
it's just beautiful with, you know, a powerful concept behind it. But for me, it's really just creating a game that's beautiful, you know, with, because the artist to me is one of my favorite. I'm his biggest fan. And yet we turned it into a fun game. I mean, it's playable. It works.
So where is it played?
In the Discord currently. And, you know, we're working with the Hasselbot to kind of step things up a little bit. So it's reading your wallet and telling you where you are on the boards. Then we'll get the fingerprints involved with the more technical cards, because you need swag to rise up as well. And then there'll be rewards. So currently it's in like alpha phase where we do it live. It's just fun. You know, it's trash talking and getting into the kind of whole lore. The lore is, you know, very immersive.
Yeah, it's got some you've well-written stuff. You know, it's got a very it's got a style that you can grab onto. You know, just reading even just your frequently asked questions, which I spent some time with recently. It's I love just all the ways that you've named things, and you know, the terms that you're throwing around, what you can do with Ceddah, all these different, it's things that you wouldn't understand as kind of someone who's not involved in the project, but that might draw you in and say, okay, like I'm almost understanding what's happening here, and I want to get involved. At least that's what happened to me.
Great.
Oh man, Jelly Bellies and Ceddah.
Yeah, well, Ceddah has collabed with probably 50 different people already. And this was when we came in the game. Like, Ceddah will never discriminate. Like, the baller bots are a slightly different kind of play, but Ceddah will collab with, the fun was collabing with projects that have nothing to do with Ceddah. And we've had some really awesome ones.
Wow, man. This is really fun to look through. I haven't actually sat down and looked at all the different cards and all the different collections at once. This is really wild.
This is a collection we dropped in Ceddah. So it was like 5 ADA or 6 ADA and like I think it was a 10 billion Ceddah. These are the booster bots. So they're the disruptor cards, because it got kind of dull. Just, hey, I got more Ceddah, I win. You got more Ceddah, you win. So the booster bots were created as a generative art collection, which was a small one, you know, not a lot of layers, but we got a lot of wonderful, you know, creations out of it. But these are like Ched dice. So we created the Ched dice, and it's a 1d6 in the Discord, and you roll it, and you can activate these boosters, which could seriously disrupt a flex battle. Let's say you were like a serious baller, and I was like a broke bot, but I had a booster bot, I could win.
All right. These boosters seem pretty serious. I like the random dice roll aspect as well. I'm a big tabletop gamer. love to hear people say 1d6. That's not what normal people say. They just say roll a die.
I just got some 1d20 earrings I'm going to start selling, like on my other company, but this has even influenced my other company now, you know.
Sick. All right, so that's all in the past. Let's talk about bots, because from what I understand, you have some crazy shit planned. And I'd like to hear a little bit about some of that if we can. And there might even be some alpha coming, I heard, you know?
Always alpha, man. Always alpha.
So yeah, just I'm interested. Just give me some info here.
I just wrapped the final layers with the artist. We've been working about 1.5 years on the collection, Imri. And I've kept, the only thing I have kept secret is a lot of the layers. I haven't shown a lot of the baller bot art. The baller bots consist of 3 different classes. The telebots, which are like television heads. You might be able to dig one up somewhere. The roller bots, which are like made after in a graffiti image with roller heads, and then spray can bots. These are the classes. So the classes are 3, but within the classes, there's 7 series. There's the Rasta bots, the battle bots, the boo bots, who are girls. There's the bomber bots, which are the spray heads.
What are they're boob?
No.
Boob bot. Okay.
BOO. Cheddah's PG because my son is the assistant. He's the vice president. He's 15. Cheddah's very PG. There's no weapons. All the weapons are made of Ceddah. Anything they're smoking is Ceddah. Drinking is Ceddah. So Cheddah's very PG. Just boo. So you got the boo bots. You got the bomber bots, which are the graffiti bots. There's a telebot. He's drinking a smoothie. And, you know, these are from the original. We probably only had a few layers when these were made.
This is a sneak peek from just about a month ago, it looks like.
We put out, this is probably a year and a half ago, actually, this image.
What? Oh, okay. It was just dropped a month. Am I crazy? Oh, no, this is 2022.
Yeah, we're in a different
year now. Stuff. We have moved to 2023.
We do have a lot of those layers, though. Some of them are still awesome. But we've added, honestly, I went and paid a ton of money and just said, he said, look, pay me this and I'll do unlimited layers. He regretted it. He
didn't think you were going to take full advantage?
I did. I mean, you know, he's as crazy as me. This dude can go hard. Imri, hopefully one day we can bring him on, maybe. He's so talented, man. Wow. Maybe let him draw for us or something. He's so talented.
No doubt.
He can do things in a few minutes that would take the average person hours. Anyway, so he did all the layers, and the baller bots are coming. I'm working with the script now. I'm generating them. I finished I always say almost finished because there's always that tweak and curation. But we've got the Rasta bots looking fire. We've got the beach ballers, which are all these like kind of surfy, kind of swagged out surfy dudes. We've got the Rasta bots, which are all like cable dreads and red, gold, and green. So every bot series has a colorway. I think the fashion designer came out in me. So I started just like creating collections. So each series is a collection. So it's really 7 collections in one.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised to hear that you were dropping them all at once. That's going to be pretty awesome to get to see all of it kind of just exploding out. How many total? Do you know?
We're playing with different numbers. You know, again, I am a business person, so I'm thinking, how many would people really want? What's a good price point? You know, I don't want to oversaturate the market with them. They're not really that type of drop because we do drop a lot of other stuff, the cards. So I'm not trying to do 10,000. That's way too many, I think.
Yeah, that's tough nowadays at 10K.
Yeah, I don't want. There's no need. It's too much. I'm thinking 2,500.
Yeah. All right. That feels doable.
But beautiful. Like curate every single one of them.
Because I mean, you've got so many layers that with only 2,500, I feel like you would be either losing out on some, or if you make sure to curate, as you're saying, and pick out and combine good ones, or generate more and just throw out the boring ones and keep only the best. Or
that's what we'll do. We'll overshoot the generation. That's what I'm doing now. We'll overshoot it, and then I'll go through every single one because they all have names as well. They have randomly generated names, like crazy names.
How is that put together? I'm very interested.
So that was something I did with Vlad from the Clays. That was the first thing we ever did together. And I sent him like 3 columns of names, like 50 names, like Lil, like you do the surname, like Lil or Big Daddy or Cheddar Bot or Supreme Lord, right? So you generate that whole line. And then you do the next line, like for the roster bots, it'd be like Babylon or Nati Dread or So then you get the second column, and then you can do a third column if you want as well, like, you know, the damager, the Ceddah lord, the crypto king, and then just as a randomized layer would generate an image, the script generates the names in every conceivable combination, and you get these outrageous names, man. So that was always planned, and Adam and I'll do it for the bots and then name each one of them. And then in the metadata, there's damage, and there's like street smarts. So they're basically Dungeons and Dragons characters as well.
How many stats you got?
I think we'll probably do 5. I don't think we're going to get too sophisticated.
It's pretty standard, though, 5 or so. Yeah.
Names and, cool hip-hop eyes kind of stuff.
Awesome. That's so cool. So, okay, if they've got all these stats, what are they going to do with those stats?
So again, like, we'll do a beta. We already have a couple members who are like dungeon masters who are down to like help run the beta or alpha kind of game. So we'll go on like escapades, where we've done it in a small way. Like I hosted something a while ago. Some of the earlier members would remember. It was called Ceddah Alive, and we would like find developers, guys I'm friends with who had pretty big projects, and we'd say they were no coiner scum and they needed to be arrested. So all the members would run around and they'd have to arrest them, get a confession online that they had no Ceddah and they were guilty, and then blast them with Ceddah. And then I minted NFTs with like wanted posters stamped that they had been captured, and then sent those. So that would be like the same. It's very live action, and as we always hook up with great devs, and as things get better, we more like the type of community that enters another community with our NFTs. We're more like a brand that gets involved and then gives out Ceddah and participates. So I'm not building a metaverse or my own sort of big. I'm not inspired to do that. I didn't come here to do that. Someone can do that better, but we are going to bring great art, great concepts, and they are playable.
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. You've got so many different game kind of things happening. Are the cards that exist now and the baller bots going to meet? Are they interacting with each other? Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Your baller bot is like, we've been doing the flex battles as individuals, but everyone's waiting for the bots because the bots are the avatar. Right. So the bots are the ones who flex. The bot name is the one who will rise up on the baller boards. The baller bots are the main characters of the Ceddahverse. All this other stuff has just been like swag and bling. All of the weapons and all the kind of paraphernalia, but the bots are the main character. They're not cards; they're actual characters.
That's great. Well, it's coming it's coming up, I assume. Like, what's the sketch? Do you have any deets there?
I mean, we're hoping for maybe I'm thinking February. I'll be working on the bots. Then we've got to do some kind of great promotion. I've got a lot of collaborations with some big names that met me at CNFT Con that saw we were serious. So I made some good friends, and they want to help out. Yeah. So we've still got a fair amount of networking, and then Adam's got to do the scripts, and we've got to kind of run the generations. I'd say March, April, and again, I'm watching the market too. We're not a suit, as much as people know Ceddah, they don't really know the baller bots. Like 35 people have Ceddah, but honestly, a fraction of that even know what it is. So we've got to kind of get that awareness going as well,
Foot in the door, foot in the wallet.
Definitely.
Yeah. Great. Okay, what do I want to? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk briefly about the Twitter space that you guys have been running for over a year now, which I only had the pleasure of joining for the first time today, and it was pretty cool. Can you tell me about that?
Sure. I love public speaking, and I like people, and I came in and I thought, wow, Spaces is amazing. This is an amazing free marketing / networking / community building tool. And it was the height of the bull run. So, we started the space. We get tons of people coming in. And we had 6-hour shill spots where every few minutes someone would come in and shill their project. And you know how it is. It's exciting. Like you get all these innovative people coming in and you're getting ideas and you're collabing like, hey, hit me in the DMs, let's talk. So it was such a perfect kind of like meeting point of all the things that were happening. And now that it's kind of, things are a little lower in terms of participation, it's still a fantastic place to meet, talk. Sometimes we have 5 people in there now where we used to have 50 or 80, but that's okay because it's more quality over quantity.
Yeah.
We're every Thursday at 12 p.m. We've only missed 1 or 2 shows in about a year and a half. And that's 12 p.m. Eastern, the shill spot. People can come and shill. We've got great people on there, people with their own projects, artists. We ask really good questions. It's a great time.
Well, I'll definitely come and chill for my board game project.
Please.
Okay, cool. Well, is there any final stuff? Is there alpha you want to get in here? We're getting towards the end of the segment.
So the alpha is this. Crypto Baller Bots is a trilogy. So it was always created to be a 3-series event, and we're nearing the end of the first. So Ceddah will drop with the Baller Bots on the day of the bots. Large amounts of Ceddah. That Ceddah will be used for the next mint, which will be a very, very sophisticated, excellent artwork, swag, bling. All the cards you saw now will be an excellent drop in Ceddah. So we'll drop the bots, we'll blast this community with Ceddah, and then we'll do a Ceddah drop with some great stuff that I have, secret stuff. And then we'll kind of wrap that series 1 up, and we'll begin series 2, which is land and soldiers and enforcers, which is like a whole other level of generative.
That's so cool. Okay. I guess the final question I have is, we almost talked about this. Where do you envision this going? Where do you envision it being played, this game? And how do you see it all coming together? Is it some sort of web-based thing? Is it downloadable something? Is it all Discord-based forever? What's your concept there?
It's a great question. And I always kind of go back to that. I think for sure the easy play is the live action, right? That's easy. That's fun. Then you deal with like the technology element, the technology aspect. And it's really, I think personally, what I think will happen is that a standard will be built for card games. It's already kind of happening, but everyone's got to do theirs first until we all kind of merge and join forces. And it'll be easily playable as a game. I'm also turning it into an actual real world game, like an actual physical game.
Oh, really? Great.
Yeah. It's playable, like Exploding Kitten type thing.
Yeah.
It's a playable game. So there'll be at CNFT. I was selling some of the cards more as collectibles, but I've got gaming companies that I'm working with that can build this into a boxed game. So we'll go the real world, we'll go the sort of we'll go the kind of virtual, and then as the technology gets to a level that's playable, we'll either template that on and tweak it with devs, or but again, we're not really a pigeonholed project. That would just be one element. Like there's the tokenomics as well. Like Ceddah is being used to get to watch movies. Ceddah is being used to get into comedy events. Like there's people that want to do these things and they want Ceddah to be used for those purposes. We have auctions in Ceddah. So you've got a whole, and then we have crews in the Cheddahverse and crew coins coming out. So that's like the second series. But so I've never, if that, let me say it this way, that roadmap with all those green check marks didn't exist. So it's a living roadmap. So a lot of what was done was innovative. I could have never wrote that roadmap when I came here. So we've always stayed very open. I never want to pigeonhole us. I want to do a cartoon. We're working on a comic book. Like those, whatever's kind of right,
It's great.
So there's no real we're not limited. We're very fluid. We'll, if the opportunity, it's an entrepreneurial, it's created by an entrepreneur in an innovative environment. So there's no way to say this is what we are, because we don't even know. No one knows.
So true. It looks like you guys are really putting yourselves out there and trying anything that feels right for the project. And that's great, because that's how you find the gold, I think. And you've got a community that's responsive. It'll help you, know when you've hit that gold. And that's really important as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, comic book, a little bit of alpha right there. I see you're getting some attention. Well, that was a good little drop at the end. Any final thoughts before we close out the segment? Or shout outs or deets?
Shout out to Heavy Ceddah, Dogmata, Rundown Ron, Fran. These are great community members. Fomo Freshbot, Carta AI. If I forget you, please forgive me. Odd Shape Shadow, Mosey, Adam Dean, Freddie from Mermadia, Six City. Shout out to the people. You know what I mean? Crime Fighters doing here's one more bit of alpha. Drew Aces, all my people. Shout out to Crime Fighter, who's doing a soundtrack for the Baller Bots. These suckers drop with a soundtrack. So we're excited about that. All the great people that have supported us and spread Ceddah, AI love, and just good people, man. Who've shown integrity. Of course, Ceddah Whale, who has run our giveaways for a year and a half. All you guys, the best people have surrounded me, and I'm grateful for the support and belief.
Awesome. Great shout out list. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Look forward to having you back on after the bots have dropped sometime and doing a little catch up sometime soon. All right, awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was great. Thanks a lot. I'm going to send you backstage, and we'll go on to the news.
Chop me up some of that woman AI stuff so I can use it for promo, because she killed it. She killed it.
So this, I should say, this is going to go up live on YouTube as a separate video as soon as this show is over. So you'll be able to, have that, have fun with it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Definitely.
All right. Awesome. Now we're going to go into the news. And I know that I have some news anchors that are kind of floating around in the ether right now. Some of them might be rugged. I know Tyler was having some problems. He might be back. He might not be. Tyler, if you're there, it's time for the news. I don't hear him. Okay, well, we're going to move. Wait. I think I hear him. Tyler, is that you? No, I don't. It's fine. I can do it. Let's begin. Woo! All right, so we're going to start off chatting about CIP 68. CIP 68. That's right. It's being talked about out there. It's the next generation of NFTs on Cardano. These are NFTs that are meant to be updated over time. The metadata is meant to be edited, and it's set up in a way that is less expensive than other methods. So we got a couple projects who are already starting to use this, and we're going to talk about them. So, we got somebody. Look, it's Will.
Hey,
what's up, Will?
Not much.
Thank you for joining us.
Did Tyler not get in?
Tyler got rugged hard, real hard. He's kind of here. Let me show you what I know about Tyler. There he is.
Oh.
This is what I know about Tyler.
He walked away.
Put that away. Okay, so we're talking a little bit about this cool CIP 68 thing. So we've got a couple of projects, as I was saying. The Blobs are using this. Cardania is starting to use this. Oh, wait, it's Tyler. There he is. What's up?
I didn't know you guys hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that was working, so I just had it sitting on my desk.
All
All right.
All right. Wow, the gang's all here. We've even got
It's
young
lagging.
Young
Chestnut with us. Okay, cool. Well, let's dive in then. So, the features of CIP68. With CIP68, the NFT metadata can be read by smart contracts directly. NFT projects can utilize and upgrade a leveling system where holders can pay with ADA or with the project's token to upgrade their NFTs. There are about a half dozen features that haven't been announced yet, but soon will. CIP68 standard is not yet supported by any marketplaces, and yet Cardano has just announced that they will be using the CIP standard for their upcoming ship mint. They're minting spaceships tomorrow, and they won't necessarily be functional on JPEG Store immediately. I don't know exactly what that means. Will they not even be able to be listed? Will they just look like crap? We'll find out.
From what I've heard, they'll just look like crap.
Okay, well that's better than not being listed at all.
Yeah.
But he goes on to say exactly why this is. Basically because it's more sensible because it has a lower cost associated with updating the metadata, and that's something that will be happening a lot with the starships. They'll be able to change out like different your field type or your weapons or your engine or whatever, kind of a living NFT, if you will. And another project that's using CIP68 is the Blobs, ADA Blobs, or Moon Blobs. Moon Blobs? Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the name of the game.
Is the name of the okay, yeah. So it's a collection that was built specifically to showcase CIP68 NFTs, and it drops on Sunday. And the price is 1 ADA, and there's some fees and whatnot, so it might be 3 or 4 total. But the amount will be capped that you can purchase, but you can whitelist your address by heading to the ADA Blobs Discord and posting in their. They've got a channel there, which I went ahead and joined. I mean, why not? Let's mint some blobs. It's 1 ADA. Sounds fun. The blobs all start as purple, and you can see they've kind of is this the thread? No, it's this. Here we go. So the blobs all start as purple.
No, there's another. Isn't there?
This should be it, right? Well, there's a couple of there's some pics here. I'm gonna start with this purple one though.
And the Moon Blobs link. Click on that one.
Okay, let's see. Moon Blobs. So this is this. It's this one, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we got this pic of the blob, and looks like maybe an upgraded form. I wanted to go back here to see kind of the process as well that they've got laid out. So they start as purple. Level 1 is purple, I guess. The background and the outfits will have random traits, and for 5 ADA, you can upgrade to a blue blob, and that kind of is just like an activation. It just kind of says like, I'm going to do something with this blob instead of just holding it, right? And then it's a level 2 blue blob. And then you play the Moon Blob game and defeat the boss of easy mode without dying. And then you can upgrade to the green level 3 blob. If you went on a medium mode with a silver trophy, you can have a yellow blob upgrade. And if you beat the whole game, you get white blobs. So really, it's just to show that you can upgrade these things, show that these NFTs can be changed. And if you go and look at the metadata of the NFTs, your level will be reflected, the image will change.
Damn,
it's a whole thing. And they've got their interface here as well that makes it easy to interact with. That's pretty cool stuff. Let's go to our next story about block owls.
So are we going to be seeing that a lot more?
Well, it's not really live on JPEG Store, as we were saying, or any marketplace. So probably once they implement those supports, I would imagine we'll be seeing. Yeah, I imagine why not? Like,
I think the ADA Blobs is like the first showing what you can do with it, and I think Cardano is smart, just getting ahead of the curve and just being like, yeah, we're gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they went back and forth on that quite a bit.
Yeah,
I think he really didn't want to launch without having support on marketplaces because it could be weeks. We don't know. We don't know when.
Yeah,
obviously it's in the process, and there is intention to support these the standard, but it's not there yet. But we're gonna see what happens there. All right, Black Owls.
So Black Owls has released one of their amazing, infamous teaser videos. They have always had just the most bomb-ass videos. And Well, let's watch it.
We'll see. I need to mute this because it's the whole thing. There we go.
Damn,
We're
these
gonna
are
mute it.
getting crazy.
We'll watch it and talk about it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, these are getting crazier and crazier shit. Like this kind of reminds me of the game Stray. It's so beautiful. So leading up to the Jabby Z new character drop, Jabby Z is a new character from Black Owls. They've been releasing some teaser videos. There's no drop date or mint price yet, but we do know it's scheduled to drop in Q1, so can't be too long.
I get so depressed when I look
I
at Black
know,
Owls
me
because
too,
I don't
dude.
own any, and
Me
I've
too.
always ever since they launched, I've been like, I want one. It just hasn't
I
materialized
know.
for me.
It's one of those that came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Didn't have any ADA when it dropped.
I wonder how much they are right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Because
look
I got a
into it.
They're
little
like
bit in my pocket.
4 or something. They jumped up a bit because they were sitting around like 100, 200 ADA for a bit, and then people started to take notice, I guess. And
Yeah,
they
I'll
finally
bet.
went
I
out.
mean, the cinematics are incredible. They've
I
been
know.
incredible from day one,
They have.
and the art. And I mean, it's I
Mhm.
think top tier on
And
Cardano.
cool content.
like,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
at
No
the
doubt.
very
sure.
top of art and cinematics.
Community,
And, I mean,
everything.
they're just doing it.
Yeah, and I think this collection is gonna be even like better than the first collection. So
They keep
because
elevating.
they're doing. We'll talk more about like more details about it. I'll dig into it a little more, but yeah, this is like they're stepping it up even further for this collection. So
Yeah. Do
I
you
mean,
want to
look at it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to take us through it? Because I think you have a better understanding of the.
no, well, I mean, I don't. I'd have to get like some more information on it. I just have like some loose knowledge or
It's
whatever.
coming.
Oh,
All right,
oh,
it's
right.
coming.
Yeah,
Great.
but yeah,
We'll stick with this for now.
Damn.
yeah, yeah. We'll talk about it when we get like the drop date and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
hell
know,
yeah.
if we get them on the show, maybe we can interview their white paper.
Yeah. Oh man,
know?
that would be cool. that would fit the aesthetic as well. So there's no drop date or mint price yet, but it's scheduled to drop in Q1. A whitelist for holders that's based on a total score of points. Each Black Owl comes with a set of points according to its rarity. The higher the rarity, the higher the points. Each 5 points grants the holder one WZ whitelist spot. Okay, cool. And there will be chances to win whitelist spots during different events and games. Discord has all the info and updates. So, like a common Black Owl will get you 1 point, uncommon 2 points, rare 3 points, very rare 5 points, and one whitelist per 5 points. Cool.
These damn NFTs.
Amazing. I know. And their creative contest was so cool. Like oh man.
Yeah.
It's good shit.
And I'm excited to see because there's no more owls, so this is like a whole new character. So the owls are done.
Do we know anything about the new setup?
Nah.
The hands.
Yeah, that's it so far. Yeah,
Nice.
they're keeping it close to the chest.
Shiny, something green. Awesome. Let's.
Oh, and another thing too with the whitelist, because they want to allow more people to get, if they can get into the whitelist. If you have a common, there's only 1 point, but if you have at least one owl for each collection, they have 3 of them. Then you get 3 points, I think. So, I mean, sorry, I think you might get 5 points. I forgot what exactly it was, but like you get like a bonus, so that way you don't have to have like an uncommon from each one. Even if you have a common from each one, like you still get bonus points for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's rad as hell.
Ruggy P. Oh my god, that one's really cute. Wow.
They're just too good. I have to close this.
I know.
I can't look at these anymore. Okay. Let's go to our next bet. Yummy.
Yummy.
Naru PFP staking 2.0. Tyler?
Yes, we have some updates with Yummy staking. So it looks like now or starting soon you could stake your Nami or Nauru for as long as you wish. You could also claim tokens at your own pace. And the longer that you stake, the more you accumulate over time. They have a new UI or a new and improved UI coming. And also now the Nauru stays in your wallet while staking. So whereas they would leave your wallet, now it's more like I think how they did it.
It's more like
and is live now. So
the update's live. Great.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Very nice.
I'm thinking
Big
tweet
fan
had
of
the link for it. Yeah.
non-custodial staking. Definitely.
Yeah. I wonder what happens with with stuff that was already staked. Because I know beforehand it was like you had to like choose either like 2 weeks, 4 weeks, and like there was like a different option. I
Yeah.
think mine are in there right now.
Yeah, mine are in there right now too. I'm waiting. I think they should be coming like in the next week or two. So I think they're
Oh, hell
just
yeah. So you still
gonna
have to
run
wait.
out the way it was. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Red.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Another marketplace update here from the Ape Society. So I don't know, Will, what are we looking at here?
Well, Ape Society, they launched their marketplace where you can buy and sell the furniture for the cabins, and you can do it using Society token. So, but they're getting a little,
It's fucking crazy.
people are talking just because their site is a little basic.
This is basic. Better
I
than my
mean,
website, I'll tell
no,
you that.
no, I know, but like it's like it is pretty basic. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. So click, nothing's really happening. What if I click buy?
But it is, it's
Like, I don't
serves its function, and they do have a lot of volume on there. So their community is using. I think they had like 200K ADA volume. So
that ain't nothing.
it's being used. Yeah,
That ain't nothing. It's awesome. All right, cool. Let's go to our next story, which is a word that I'm afraid to try to pronounce. Danketsu. That wasn't so hard. Okay, so what do we got here? Danketsu, formerly Ada Ninjas. They launched the beta version of Missions, which is a gamified staking experience. You can see they've got some ballin' folks standing around. It looks like a hologram of a city here. But in the beta, you send your NFTs on various missions. There's 5 different missions that you can send your ninjas on. Each outcome has a different story. The gallery allows you to see strength points. The beta will not include token earning. This is just a beta. But for participating, you'll start an account level 5 and receive a mystery store loot box upon the official launch. So if you try it out, you don't start at level 1 because that doesn't really tell you a whole lot about the inner workings of something. You got to begin, in the thick of things. And I love to see Ada Ninja. They put out a lot of stuff.
yeah.
It's not Ada Ninjas anymore.
No, not anymore. Yeah,
Danketsu. Am I pronouncing that right?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's something. But here's the Ada. This is the actual website. I'm not sure which wallet my Ninja is in, so I don't know that I can actually connect on this. But here it is. Very cool. You got a win rate there. Sees what kind of rewards you're going to end up with for sending it on a mission. We're seeing missions happening more and more. There's a lot of projects that are starting to put out these missions, these kind of, idle game type things where you send your NFTs off to do work for you and come back.
Yeah.
And that's great. I mean, it's kind of level 1,
Yeah.
interactive stuff for a lot of these games. And
yeah, I mean, because just like even this, like news doc today, it's like everybody's doing staking of some sort. You know what I mean? So, but it's cool that when you gamify it, so you make it fun. You know what I mean? It's actually something that you enjoy doing, and you don't really look at it as staking. You just look at it more as an experience. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, because it doesn't feel like staking, but it basically is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
All right, so we got a quick update from Makosi. So we showed off their game at length on a previous episode a week or 2 ago, which was a lot of fun. During that episode, we mentioned that they had 4x rewards at that time as kind of a launch bonus. Well, guess what? It's up to 12x now. I'm going to have to relaunch that thing, and I just got to keep that running. And I love that you get to stack, MCOs. Is that how you say it? I don't know how to pronounce coins.
I'm pretty sure that sounds about right to me.
Yeah. But so that's just a little update there for anyone who has some Makosi assets and wants to earn some good stuff. Jump on that. Now we'll go to Tavern Squad, which now they may have been the very first people to implement a successful send your people off on missions experience. Is that right? Does that sound right to y'all?
Yeah, they totally.
I'm
Because
pretty.
now, where other people are just launching their, mission stuff, Tavern Squad is launching it on mobile because they launched their web version a while back, and this is really cool.
And well, maybe YOLO Solos. One like I don't know when YOLO Solo because isn't there's like
Tavern
something
Squad
like that?
for I would say a significant time before YOLO Solos. YOLO Solos is moderately recent, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But Tavern Squad's got it going on. I'm really, really looking forward to checking out this app. I've got
Yeah.
some, tavern boys. Got a crew.
Isn't that the? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Let's see any other updates we got. Yes. Now this is quite a thing from Mystic Monks, who we had the pleasure of interviewing on the news at one point. They've got a wonderful studio, a lot of great artwork. But look at this. They've got an NFT gallery space in Texas, and they're featuring Aeonium Sky. And here is an actual print. And we got to zoom in a little bit because I don't know if you can really, it's not going to let me. Twitter's not cooperating. Yeah, it's gorgeous. In person, I think it's even more exciting. Probably because we're maybe used to seeing insane things on our computer screen, but this seems like, and the colors, and I could just imagine seeing the sunlight on it and it just exploding, Yeah, man.
Yeah, it printed really well.
Yeah,
I was I feel like it'd be hard to get a good print of Aeon, but that looks so.
Oh, he has to have extremely high resolution, artwork available.
Yeah.
True.
I wonder if maybe he even bumped it up to, get this one printed. Sent him like a 16K render or something. I don't know.
Oh no, I mean even the printers being able to handle Aeon. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
detail. Yeah, totally.
But yeah, no.
Now we got Beyond Rockets also doing some interesting stuff. Now what could be going on here? Oh, okay. Interesting. This is a gallery. Explore the Beyond Citizens collection through their newly launched gallery page. With the signature chill vibe music. Whenever I go to their spaces, Beyond Rocket spaces, they often play their music in there. And I think acoustic guitar really comes across well in a Twitter space. Like the microphone, really good quality. It sounds nice. That's just a little aside. Something I noticed with Beyond Rockets. So there's 8 DNAs, 300 plus traits and special attributes. And this is one of those PFP collections that I'm a big fan of. And I've been stacking a little bit. So here it is in the flesh, IRL, loading still, I guess. Maybe if let's give it another poke. I had this up for quite a while, so maybe it didn't. Maybe it might be under a heavy load right now. Show me humans. Okay. Let's go to the blueprint. Okay, now what is this? Do we know what this is? Do we know anything about this?
So this is like the roadmap, basically.
Okay, yeah. It's just so it looks like one of their rooms.
Yeah, I think they did an airdrop too of it to
What?
I don't know how many there were, but I think they airdropped it to some people.
Random?
I think it was random. I'm pretty sure it was random.
I gotta check my wallet. Let me just pull this up real quick. I don't see any rooms. I don't think I'm a lucky winner. Oh well. Very cool though. Love Beyond Rockets. They're always doing really cool stuff, and looking forward to what's next. Oh, one more thing I wanted to bring up, aside from of course Cardania spaceships, which are going on sale tomorrow at around midnight UTC, which I think is
7 p.m.
it's It's 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so it'll be just before Marbles, I guess, and we're looking forward to that. But Cardano Caricatures is back, and that's something that we should all take a look at. And I'm going to pop up my screen here so we can.
What time is it?
Okay. All right, so Cardano Caricatures has just, like in the last couple days, has returned to the fold, and we've got them scheduled. They're going to be on the news coming up on, that's next week. Yeah, next week we're going to have Ken on and potentially others, but definitely Ken. But they've got quite a press tour going as well.
Yeah.
You can see the events.
Oh yeah.
I'm blown away. Look at this. They've just got every single person. There we are. And it's all listed.
They cut me out the picture, yo. I'm not. They cut me out. Disrespectful. I'm gonna have words with them.
And we're gonna have to face you in person. Yeah. But really cool. This is Ken is he knows what he's doing out there. But it's the idea with this project is they're going to be drawing caricatures based on people that the community choose. So the community will put forward names, and then based on the NFTs that you hold, you'll get to vote. And those vote, each NFT has a different voting power, and then you'll decide who's up next, who's up. And I hope that we get one or more members of the news team in there at some point. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah,
I think they got to do Will to make up for.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Will.
Nah, it's gotta be Scott Chestnut for sure.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the standard. But luckily, the community will be the one voting, so it's out of our hands. But I wanted to pop up their current collections. So right now they've got 3 sets out. Now this is from the initial launch of the caricature set. That was a while back, and then they kind of split off to make old money and develop the tools and everything that they're working on. Now they're using a lot of what they developed at old money to kind of run this project as well, the back end stuff. So if we click on one of these, this is just the common. You can see that has a 5 for voting power. And if we look at, let's say, a legendary, because there are 5 different levels here, get a legendary Charles, then we can see that he's got 40 vote power. So, it's not so far off. And I think if you're looking for votes, you could get 8 of the other ones for cheaper than the legendary Charles, probably. That's how it goes sometimes. But they've just got 3 drops, and there's really no word on how much any of this will interface with the new collection or what they're going to be doing with this. We'll hopefully be able to find out a bit more next week when we speak with Ken. But you can see that it's nice artwork. And
I still have one of those.
yeah.
I got one.
I went out and picked up a couple more after.
We need Charles to dress up in that outfit for CNFT Con.
Yeah, that'd be the ultimate. So yeah,
Went to the costume contest.
What was the third collection?
Say again.
Oh, what was the third? I see. Oh, well, is that Voltaire?
You got Gauguin.
Or...
Gauguin, yeah.
It's really cool because there's not a lot of art. Well, there is now, of course, but Gauguin is less represented visually than others, especially Charles.
Yeah.
But you can see the price is not too high right now. 58 for a Charles or a Gauguin. That's $19 at the current price. You get a little bit of voting power. And a common Gauguin has twice the voting power as a common Charles. And there are less of them, half as many. So not financial advice, but you should go buy some Gauguins, probably. So that's the last piece that I wanted to get in for today's broadcast. If you missed the AI dialogues with documents segment, it's going to be going up as an instant premiere right after this stream ends. So if you want to pop over and take a look, I'm going to drop the link here. It's probably a dead link. Oh, it's unlisted right now. Well, whatever. There's the link. It's kind of a freebie for you, but it will go instant premiere as soon as we end. And so please do remember to like and subscribe. I guess that's what you're supposed to say. As Pistachio said, if I don't say it, he's going to take one hair out of my wig every time I forget to say it. So I will be bald again eventually if I don't keep up with that. I'm doing my best. So that's the end, I think. Anything else?
I think that's all for this week.
All right.
Be back next week.
Well, that was hella fun. Thank you everyone for joining us, and a big shout out to Jordan of Crypto Baller Bots for a really fun interview. And I'm looking forward to next time we get to talk.
Yeah, and next week I've been wanting to do it for the past couple of weeks, but there's like a couple of new like one-of-one artists that I've come across, like stumbled across on Twitter. And I want to just highlight them real quick.
Yeah, I love that. We definitely should. I wanted to. I kind of did. Whatever. For the CNFT news, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm Will, Mr. FOMO.
I'm Mr.